Hello everyone, welcome to this guided meditation. I'm Gen Y Manifestation Coach, and today I'm going to be leading you through a guided meditation for you to transcend all of your current reality that you're currently living, and we're going to rise up into the reality that is more ideal for you. So we're going to be in this guided meditation ascending and raising our vibration and putting our imagination and our energy into our ideal reality in every single area of your life. Okay? So I'm going to read a little bit from this book, The Dynamic Laws of Prosperity, and then I'll also just be doing a guided meditation. There will be plenty of time for silence, for you to just sit with yourself, just follow your breath, and be the observer of your mind and body. All right, let me make sure everything is working here inside of the Facebook group. And welcome if you're here, say hello. How is everything going today? All right. So find a comfortable seated position and just let your sit bones sink down, feeling rooted into your meditation cushion or your chair, or whatever you're sitting on. And just drop into your core, drop into your silence. Letting any tension be released from your face and jaw. And releasing any tension in the arms and legs. And then tuning into being the observer of your mind. Notice that there's something watching the mind and body. Just tune into that watcher. Be aware of your surroundings. Notice the space around your body. And just let your sit bones sink down as your spine lifts up. Feel the space in your spine, lengthening out through the top of the head. And now just becoming aware of your current reality. Noticing what you have in place in your reality right now. Noticing how things are regarding your finances, how much money is in your bank account, how much money is in your investments, how much money is in your savings, how much you're spending. This is your current reality with money. Notice any feelings that came up as I'm talking about spending or saving or how much is in your bank account. Tune into your body. What is your body talking about? What is your body saying? Are you noticing any vibrations of lack? Lack in my body feels kind of like a sinking feeling, like a defeat. Feels kind of heavy, like sad. Lack of getting everything you want. Notice what that feels like in your body. What does it feel like to have your finances the way they are right now in your reality? How does that feel? And then what we're going to do is transcend this reality, this current reality that you have with money. And we're going to move into a reality where you have everything you want the way you want it with money. Okay? Everything is the way you want it to be. You have plenty of money in every area of your finances. Plenty of money in your checking account. Plenty of money in your investments. Plenty of money in your savings. Plenty of money coming in. Receiving all of this money. What amount of money would feel good to receive today? What would that feel like if you already had it? It already came in for today. Today is Tuesday, December 7th. What does it feel like that money has already manifested? It's 1:30 p.m. where I am. The amount of money that you want already manifested for the day. What does that feel like? Okay, we're just isolating the feeling of having the money, having the abundance. And now feel the feeling of your desires with money are met. They're met. You have them. Your desires with money are always being met. Being met, being met. Everything you want, you have it. Everything you want, it's coming to you. Okay, so envision your money reality. Feel your ideal money reality. See the numbers in your mind's eye of how much you have in each account and how much money you have coming in. And then look back at your old reality and just wave to it like, I see you, I appreciate you for what I've learned from you, and I'm ascending now. I'm moving beyond you. Thank you for teaching me. Thank you for being with me. Thank you for everything I created with you. And now I am going on to a bigger, more expansive, more abundant money reality. Okay, this feeling is what manifests. This feeling of having the money you want is actually the foundation for actually manifesting the money you want. If you don't have this foundation down, you're going to keep attracting from the foundation of lack, right? And you don't want to do that. You want to always be in an abundant state. It is so important to always be in an abundant state. My whole journey with money has been this: to stabilize myself in abundance. That's truly, it's so simple, but there's so many pieces and so many layers in our mind about money that stabilizing every little piece of that in abundance is that's what the work is, the energetic work. So consistently stabilizing yourself in abundance, stabilizing yourself in abundance, stabilizing yourself in abundance with your savings, stabilizing yourself in abundance with your checking account, stabilizing yourself in abundance with how much money is coming in, stabilizing yourself in abundance with your investments, stabilizing in abundance. That is what actually manifests the money. So stabilize yourself in abundance. Never, ever, ever let yourself think about lack. Do not ever believe that it's possible. Okay? But if you are doing that, it's okay, right? Because like I'm telling you, this has been my journey the last 4 years of just stabilizing in abundance, stabilizing myself in abundance, believing that I can actually do this emotional work with money, and that's what actually is going to manifest the money. That took me a long time to believe. And so the feeling of abundance, the feeling of having the money, right? Taking that seriously. You got to take it seriously that when you have the money, the feeling of having the money, let that wash through your whole body, through your whole consciousness. Anywhere you're not feeling that to be true, sit in meditation with that feeling and face it. Look it in the eye and let it find its way to abundance. Okay? So right now, as you're imagining your ideal reality with money, now let's sit with whatever came up for you around that. All right, sit with any feelings in your body of lack, any feelings of fear, any feelings of, is it really possible to have it that good? What does that feel like in your body when it feels too good to be true? What is that sensation in the body? Tune in. What's happening for you? And we are grounding ourselves in abundance in the body. Grounding ourselves in abundance, grounding ourselves in always having our needs and desires met with money. Always having more than enough with money. More than enough. Always having more than enough. Grounding in that sensation. Ground it, ground it, ground it. Ground into that sensation of having this abundance. No matter what you do or don't do, this is who you are, right? Your identity is something that is just who you are. Everything flows out from your identity. You don't have to think about your identity. It's an assumption already in place. So this is the new identity we are creating for you. You are abundance. You always have more than enough. All your needs and desires are always met with money and everything else. But we're isolating this abundance feeling with money right now. Okay, great. You're doing amazing. Keep going. Keep practicing this. Let this foundation grow and grow and grow. This is your true nature. This is the kingdom of heaven. This is God's source energy of infinite abundance, having more than enough all the time. That's what this is. And this is what we are deep down. This is what we are. Not even deep down. You can say it all the time. It's just, I say deep down because what I mean is when you're busy, caught up in the world and talking to people all the time, you forget that this is who you are. Okay? So, ground in this feeling of abundance. Let this vibration grow. Let this stable foundation of who you are. This is your identity, that you are infinite abundance. Right? Breathe into all these, pretend like you have nostrils all over your body, and just breathe in the infinite abundance. Breathe it in. Breathe it in. Breathe in. Breathe in that infinite abundance, because that is all there is, okay? You're breathing in sparkling golden dust. That is what is going on here. Okay? It's who you are. This is your identity. Ground yourself in this. Assume this, and assume it over and over and over again. And let it grow and grow and grow. Because the good news, let me tell you something. The good news is that there is no end to this abundance. There's no end to the amount of abundance that you can create in this life. Especially, I want to say this to all my spiritual entrepreneurs, all my creative people, all of my clients. They're musicians, actors, what else do I have? Spiritual entrepreneurs, all of you guys are infinite abundance, okay? So imagine all these nostrils all over your body and just breathe in that infinite abundance that you are. You guys, you spiritual entrepreneurs, you creative people, you are the ones that I feel most called to help, because this whole world is going to transform faster when the healers and the spiritual coaches and the creative people are expressing their soul out on this planet, right? More soul, tending to the soul of the world. That's what my grad program slogan was at Pacifica Graduate Institute. My grad program in depth Jungian psychology was all about tending to the soul of the world. That is the goal of the program. Tending to the soul of the world. And that's what we're doing here. When more creative people, more musicians, more spiritual entrepreneurs, and more actors and actresses creating movies that expand consciousness on the planet, and music that expands consciousness on the planet, and they tap into that creativity that's flowing from source, when more of you believe in your infinite abundance and believe in your ability to have wealth, spiritual wealth, right? No more starving artist syndrome, okay? That is not true. That does not exist. And if you have that, you really need to either get in my coaching and read this book, okay? The Dynamic Laws of Prosperity. If you can't afford coaching, just buy this book. Any books on wealth mindset. I really, really like this one though. I think this is one of the best ones I've ever read. Anyways. So yeah, this book is so good. And you know what? It's a perfect time to read a passage from The Dynamic Laws of Prosperity by Catherine Bonner. Okay. Avoid hard times talk, right? Anyone having starving artist syndrome, this is for you. Do you think, talk, or act any way but prosperly? Do you not allow others to talk to you in any way but prosperly? Do not read anything or take seriously anything that is printed or said that seems contrary to prosperous thinking. If you mix up your trend of thought, you set up cross currents that neutralize your efforts for prosperity. In order to be permanently prosperous, that's what I'm talking about, stabilizing in this abundance. Permanently prosperous. Say it with me. I am permanently prosperous. I am permanently prosperous. Dare to be different. Okay? You should, no matter what your friends are saying, no matter what your family members are saying, you are permanently prosperous. You got it? Good. You should not become upset when people talk hard times. Neither should you join in their sad chorus unless you want to experience hard times yourself. Instead, declare in the face of apparent hard times. This is a really good affirmation. Ready? Divine restoration is taking place. The good which the locusts of lack have eaten is being divinely restored. The divine law of balance and equilibrium is doing its perfect work. Perfect work. Okay? Jeez. The law of divine adjustment and balance is a universal law, and you can help that balancing factor work for good through your prosperous state of mind. This can be a time of rich blessings and great prosperity for you because there's gold dust in the air, okay? So the next little paragraph I'm going to read is about when other people around you are thinking in lack and you're focusing on stabilizing in this infinite abundance and prosperity. So the law of increase when those about us may be using the law of decrease, in other words. The spiritual substance from which comes all visible wealth is never depleted. Never depleted. You got me? Let me read that again. The spiritual substance from which comes all visible wealth is never depleted. Okay? Great. Great. I'm glad you guys understand that now because that is so important. Okay. It is right with you all the time and responds to your faith in it. It responds to your faith in it. This is the most important thing I may have ever read in my whole life. And your demands upon it, okay? It responds to your faith in it and demands upon it. It wants you to put demands on it. It wants you to demand more abundance from it. It is overly giving, generous, infinitely all the time. There is no limitation. I know it looks like the world is like form looks limiting sometimes. 3D, it looks limiting. But that's where you got to make the differentiation in your mind. Spirit is not limiting. There's no limit to spiritual abundance. My first course ever was called Spiritual Money Awakening. And I love it. Okay. So your demands upon it. It is not affected by our ignorant talk of hard times, though we are affected because our thoughts and words govern our demonstration. Got it? The unfailing resource is always ready to give. Pour your living words of faith into the omnipresent ethers, and you will be prospered through all the banks. Though, I did this the other day too, though all the banks in the world close their doors, okay? Turn the great energy of your thinking upon plenty ideas, and you will have plenty, regardless of what people around you are saying and doing, right? It does not matter what people are saying, please. Right? So this is like gold, that paragraph, right? Gold. All right, what should we do now? Let that sink in. Let's have a few moments of silence. A little meditation, meditating on that passage. You know, like if you this is a really good practice, just sitting in meditation, read one paragraph, or you could read one sentence and just think about it, contemplate it, right? Contemplation, really great practice. My undergraduate program at Naropa University, a Buddhist-inspired school, we would do things like this, okay? We would sit in class. Before class started, we sat in a circle facing each other, and we would meditate. Isn't that wonderful? That was my college experience. After I left the University of Florida, I had a spiritual awakening, and then I was like, you know what? Since I'm unlimited, I'm going to go to Naropa, even though it was quite expensive. But you know what? There is no end to the amount of abundance. you can receive to pay off your student loan debt. So never ever let your student loan debt freak you out. Never. I went to the schools that I wanted to go to, and I don't regret doing that at all. I've never worried about paying off my student loan debt. I got the education I wanted to get. So anyways, let's meditate on this feeling of having this infinite abundance, stabilizing yourself in the feeling of always having more than enough. Ground this feeling in your body. Make it your identity. This is who you are. Got it? Good. All right, so your ideal financial reality. This has been an epic guided meditation and little chat about creating your ideal financial reality, okay? This isn't something you just do today and just like not do it tomorrow, right? This has to become a way of life. You have to do this every day if you can. If not every day, every other day, right? People in my money membership, I'm always telling them, you guys, you have to practice the affirmations every day. You have to watch some kind of video or listen to some kind of audio. Utilize the resources, right? Don't make your life always about going out. You got to build up your inner world. Build the foundation. Make manifestation a way of life. Make abundance a way of life, okay? And you got to do it all the time. And, you know, it becomes a way of life, a way of being. Like, I don't feel good if I don't do my abundance money mindset work any day, right? Like if I skip a day, I don't feel good. But it's not really like that for me anymore, like skip a day or whatever, because it's always like in my mind. Like I'm always aware of my thoughts that I'm having about money and abundance. Sometimes there are things that I'm not super conscious of because there's a new layer that I'm clearing, a new level I'm getting to, and there's something that, you know, I'm not fully conscious of what that energy is, like the words that go to that energy, the limiting beliefs that go to that energy. So that's why yoga and meditation is so important for that. So important. By the way, I really recommend doing this meditation at least once a day if you can for a good week. And then after that, if you can do it 3 times a week, that'd be great. And I recommend doing this after you've done some kind of physical activity, whether that's going for a run or a walk, something to get your heart rate up, a good yoga practice, a good dance practice, whatever you need to do to get your blood flowing. And then when you sit down, now you're like clean and clear. You're able to actually sit with yourself, right? That's why they created yoga in the first place, so that the yogis can sit for long periods of time. So I recommend doing this guided meditation after you've done some kind of workout to get your heart rate up. And yoga is my favorite way to prepare myself for manifesting, because it just aligns me, clears me out. And then I do Zumba. I go to dance classes for more like celebration time. Like I'll celebrate things manifesting. That's more of like a celebratory physical activity for me. But yoga is a more like focusing activity, you know, because in Zumba you're more active and aware of your surroundings and interacting with other people, whereas yoga is very centered and focused within. Okay, so anyways, hope you enjoyed my little talk on physical exercise. It is very important for manifestation, very important for life. And my background is in swimming, so one of my actual things I have to work on is feeling good enough if I don't work out first thing in the morning, because I'm so trained to just wake up and go swim 2 hours in the pool and get tired. So I'm trying to even heal that like athlete trauma that I've had in the past, which I have made some amazing strides on. But anyways, it's really important to get to that point of like you push yourself physically, because it does something in your mind, right? It like clears space in your mind. It opens up. It seems like it opens up neural pathways. I don't know if that's actually scientifically proven, if endorphins being released opens up neural pathways, but it feels that way to me, like when I get myself, get my heart rate up and work hard physically, then it's like, whew, there's space, right? There's space to have a new thought and space to get out of your current reality. Okay, so definitely do this meditation after some kind of physical exercise, and get this book if you don't have it already, and sign up for coaching if you want to change your money mindset from the inside out, and you want to work with me on that and get my one-on-one support. And if you want to acclimate yourself to the abundance vibration and frequency I've already created, right? Because that's really what happens with clients when they come to me. They receive the vibration of where I'm at with money, and that works on them, on their subconscious, on their psyche. It works on them even without us talking. I have clients, they just pay, they just sign up, pay, they get instant manifestations. So that's fun, and yeah, because you're paying this vibration here, you're giving money to this vibration, and everything that I've cultivated over the years, like I said, Buddhist psychology, Jungian psychology, manifestation since 2012. I studied manifestation, yoga, right? Like when you pay a coach, you're paying who they are, Coaching is like you get paid to be yourself, help other people create the life they want to live. So that's what you're paying when you pay me, just so you know. You're paying a person who's been doing yoga since 2009. You're paying someone who's studied Jungian psychology in depth at Pacifica Graduate Institute, marriage and family therapy. And you're studying someone who's studied Buddhist psychology and done many meditation trainings, sitting in for days, 3-day meditation retreats. What else are you paying? You're paying a swimmer, someone who has a background in athletics, someone who has a father who was an Olympic swim coach, had world record holder swimmers. All that energy is in me, right? This is the way you got to think about it. When you're paying a coach, you're paying who they are. And that's a beautiful thing, because there's a lot of beautiful people that can really help a lot of people. And that's why I am here to help spiritual entrepreneurs and creative people, artists, make more money by tapping into this spiritual abundance and changing their money mindset. All right? It's been a wonderful time meditating with you today. Let's close with just a few moments of silence. and tapping into that spiritual abundance that we just read about. The supply never runs out. Let's say a little prayer. God, Source, Universe, may you show me this infinite abundance in my life on a new level. May you show me all the abundance that I have access to. May you show me this abundance working in my life. May you help me to see clearly that I am always an abundant being and everything is always working in my favor and all my needs and desires are always met. May you please remove all vibrations of lack still in my system, and please download the vibrations of infinite abundance into every cell of my body, into every aspect of my life, into every part of my existence. May you help me to remember you and remember to call upon you when I need you. Namaste. Lovely to do this meditation with you. And please feel free to visit my website, thebutterflysoul.lifecoaching.com. Sign up for coaching if you're interested in that. Sign up for my money manifesting membership. And or you can also purchase individual money manifesting audios from my website. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. Namaste.